Welcome in. This is Bill with Step by Step WP, and this tutorial is all about building a conference event or wedding landing page template site using free Elementor templates. To browse the free templates, I will leave a link in the video description so that you don't get started without seeing the sites that you can install with this tutorial. You can install any of the 180 templates. Some are free, some are premium, but if you type wedding, you can see a couple of the options. Here's a free one here you can install, and you can see exactly what it is you'll be installing before you actually get going on the tutorial. For the conference one, you can see the free ones here. You click them and you can see this landing site that you could install as well. So yeah, so it uses an Elementor template, and these steps of the tutorial are to get hosting, which is optional, check for SSL, which is the lock in the address bar, install the theme and plugins, and install the starter site. If you already have hosting and SSL, you can jump to step 3. If you need hosting, I will share a little bit about the host that I use, which is SiteGround. They are recommended by WordPress.org. They give free backups, free email, and free SSL. They have great chat support, which I did a video on, and I will leave that in the video description if you ever need help. And they have fair pricing, and by that I mean it's not too expensive like the overly hosted managed WordPress sites, and it's also not bare bones where you can never get help. So if you want to support this channel and thank me for this tutorial, you can use the partner link in the video description. You end up paying the same amount. It's just a way to tip me for making this tutorial. Alright, so if you go to SiteGround, I will open up a incognito window to see what it looks like and click build a site. And I'm just going to go through like the startup process. You'll probably use this one if it's just one site, but if you want to do multiple sites, you would do this one here. So I'll click this one. And I'm just going to put in like a placeholder domain here. Proceed, and you would fill this out. This is your login for SiteGround. Yeah, you would put in your information here, and if you scroll down, you can see domain privacy is optional. Site scanner I usually skip, but it's about $50 for the year, so that's about $4 or $5 a month for the first year, and then you would pay that. And then you would go ahead and install WordPress. But since I already have a SiteGround account, I will just go to my SiteGround account, and I will do just a temporary domain for this tutorial. So this is the, once you log into SiteGround, you go to websites and you do a new website. But you would probably just follow the prompts of installing a new site once you do it through the, after you pay. So anyway, it's going to do a temporary domain for me. Then I'll do start a new website, and I'll just do WordPress. And this is where you would set up your email and your password for your WordPress site. So I'm going to fill that out, and then I'm going to pause the video, and then I'm going to start the install of WordPress. Okay, it asked me if I want to do the site scanner, and I'll skip that. And now it's going to install WordPress. So I'll go ahead and pause the video. Okay, as you can see, it installed WordPress. And now if you go to your websites in your SiteGround account, you'll see your website listed. To get to the login, to automatically log into your site, you can always do that from your SiteGround account by clicking this little box with the arrow. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And you'll see it gives you this WordPress starter, and we won't be needing this because this is just the SiteGround way of like the easy walkthrough of building it. So we'll exit that. Okay, once you get to your WordPress dashboard, you can see this is the SiteGround version of the WordPress dashboard. If you want the original version, you just scroll to the bottom and click Switch to Default. But if you look at your site, you go to My WordPress, Visit Site, and you see you have an empty site. If you ever need to log into your site from the site itself, it might take a few hours for your domain to be registered, but once it's registered, you would just go to the end of the domain, click /wp-login.php. So that's how you would always log into your site. It's /wp-login.php. So I don't need to do that right now. All right, so now that we have installed WordPress, we are ready to look and see if we can get the SSL enabled. So to get the SSL, we want that lock in the address bar. So to do this step, it helps to have both your SiteGround account and your WordPress account open at the same time. So go to your SiteGround account and then go to Site Tools. And you may or may not have SSL already set up. I've seen it both ways. So under Security, SSL Manager, we are going to look and see if there's anything here. If you already have an SSL thing set up, then just make sure it's active and you're good to go. I don't have it because it's probably a temporary domain. So I'm going to click Let's Encrypt, which is the free SSL, and then click Get. And that's going to add an SSL account right here at the bottom, and then I'm going to activate it. Like I said, if you did it with a regular domain, you might already have something in here, in which case all we have to do is change one setting in your WordPress dashboard. So you might be good to go. I have to add Let's Encrypt in this tutorial because I think probably because I did a temporary domain. So I will pause it and then I will start it back up once it's ready. Alright, it says it has been installed and you can see it down here, and it does say that it's active. So now I go over to my WordPress and I go to Settings, General. And then right here, I just add an S to both of these URLs. And then I scroll down to the bottom and save it. Once you save it, it will kick you out of your site. And then you're gonna have to log in again. And when you log in again, you will have the padlock in your address bar. So go ahead, scroll down to the bottom, click Save. And you'll see we've been kicked out, but now we have the padlock in the address bar. So go ahead and put in your email and address that you use to install WordPress, and we'll be ready for the rest of the tutorial. Okay, we logged back in. You can see we have the padlock in the address bar, and now we are ready for, let's see, we're ready to install the theme and the plugins. So we are on step 3 now. We'll go to the dashboard. The first thing we'll do is the theme. So let's go to Appearance, Themes. And I'm going to add new. And I'm going to type in Astra. And here we have it right here. Install. Activate. Now that theme is required so that you can do the template in this tutorial. So once you get the Astra theme, you can then do all of the get all of the template sites, but the theme will actually be required as part of this tutorial. So next we are going to install the plugins. I have the list of plugins here. These 2 are required in this tutorial, and these 3 are optional. You get 3 and 4 as part of the SiteGround package. If you don't have SiteGround, I would use this one for an optimizer and this one for a security plugin. And then the SEO Press, if you have like a more important site, not just a wedding site where it's temporary, you might want to get an SEO plugin as well. And this is a good free one. So all of these are free. Now let's go ahead and do Elementor and the Astra Starter. So go to Plugins, Add New, start with Elementor, install, activate, looks like it wants to do this whole thing now. I'm going to go ahead and get out of that. Okay, next, plugins, add new. Type in Astra Starter, and we have this Starter Templates plugin. Install, activate. And now when you look at your installed plugins over on the side, you'll see all of the plugins that we have. This SiteGround Central is the thing that opened up in the very beginning, so you can deactivate that if you want. Delete that. Does that get rid of my fancy dashboard? Yeah, I guess it does. But anyway, so that's an option if you want to get rid of that. Back to installed plugins. So here we have the plugins. Now I'm going to install. Now we're on step 4 for installing the template site. So to do that, go to Appearance, Starter Templates. And then scroll down to Build Your Website Now. Choose Elementor. And for this tutorial, I'm going to do, like I said before, you can browse all of these. You can click them and get an idea. Some of the learning sites, you know, they require like a paid plugin, LearnDash. So that's just something to be aware of. Some of them come with free plugins already installed. Some of them require LearnDash and something like that. So, but anyway, the one that I'm going to install, if I just do Conference, I'm going to install this one right here. So I click it. You don't need to upload any logos or anything. You can do that later. So skip and continue. You can change the color template and the fonts, but I'm just going to leave it as is, and I'm going to import things. I'm just not going to share the data, and then I'm going to submit. Okay, so it's going to go through this installation. If it stalls out here, I'm just going to pause this and then start a. Oh, no, looks like it's done. Okay, good. We don't have to pause the video. All right. So now when you go to your site, how do I get out of here? Exit to dashboard. So when we click on our site, visit site, we see we have the conference template fully installed. And the reason I like these landing page sites is because they're simple, easy to navigate, and all of these links just take you to a spot in the page. So when we click the link, it'll take you to the spot in the page. And I will show you how to change that. But anyway, you would just follow the pattern that they use for the header and the page. So I'm going to go ahead and edit with Elementor if you ever need to edit your page. Another way to do it is to go to your dashboard and then click Pages. and you'll see what you have for your site. You can see it's a one-page website and it was made with Elementor. So if you edit with Elementor, then it'll bring open the Elementor page builder. And here on the side we have our navigator, which will take us to a certain section. And to view the navigator, you have this option down here at the bottom. And then we also have all of the different sections here. These are the anchors in your page that will tell the thing to take you to the link in the menu that will take you to this specific section. So if you want to tell the menu to take you to, say, speakers, but you had like, it was called something else, like our tech or something like that, and you had to change this in the menu to tech, you would click the anchor, click the ID, and change it to tech. And now I need to change the corresponding, I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to change the corresponding menu that was speakers and change it to text. So I'm going to show you how to do that real quick by exiting to dashboard. And there are a ton of Elementor, click the W to get back to the dashboard. Okay, there are a ton of Elementor tutorials out there, so I'm not really going to get too much into it. I'm just going to show you the stuff you need to know just to get your site up and going. So under Appearance, we have Menus. And here you can see the menu that it created in the starter site. I click Speakers. And here we have the hashtag symbol and speakers. So I just change that to tech because that's what I put as the anchor. Navigation label, also change to tech. And then go ahead and save the menu. And that's how you would get that going. I'm going to go ahead and visit the site. See, we have tech in the menu now. And it takes us to that spot where I added that. All right, so that's pretty much it for the tutorial. What else was I going to show regarding oh, right. See, under this, your site is called My WordPress Site. I wanted to show you how to change that real quick. Under Dashboard, first place you can change it is Settings General, but you can also do it from Appearance, Customize. And then you would change the site identity from the customizer. So you click Site Identity, upload your site logo. Where's title? Is it global now? Thought it was site identity. All right, so anyway, here's where you would change the header. So under the customizer, you click Header Builder. You can click these certain things in the header to be able to change them, or you can just add widgets by clicking the plus here. And for some reason, they moved out the site identity for the title. So I would go ahead and just do it from the settings, general, and then change the site title here, like I said. And then go ahead and save that. But that's pretty much it for this tutorial. I hope it was helpful. I hope it got you started with your template site using Elementor. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. And yeah, for more WordPress tutorials, feel free to leave a like or leave a sub. Thanks.